Hi guys! So today I thought it'd be fun to make a makeup tutorial for you. I've actually made one of these on my Snapchat. It was just last year around March, and you know, a lot has changed since I graduated high school and my makeup look is one of them. So I thought that I would put this video out there and just kind of show you guys how I cover up my acne and hide my double chin, you know. So I thought that'd be fun, so I hope you enjoy this video. So the first thing that I do is when I wake up, I go in and I wash my face and I just use an exfoliating wash and I just make sure I get all the dead skin off that was like on my face. I use this for my acne and it makes your skin dry. It makes your skin very, very dry. But it's okay because it works, and I would recommend this if you do have bad acne, cystic acne, anything like that. It does work. It just makes your skin very dry. So I have to use an exfoliating wash, and then I put on moisturizer. And then what I like to do in the morning, if I have a little bit of puffy eyes going on, is I like to use this Clinique All About Eyes serum. Keep in mind, I've never recorded this for someone, so sorry if I'm like, look at this product. But this is what I use. So I just put this right here, and on top because I feel like that's where my eyes are like the puffiest, and this does kind of rejuvenate them and make them look a lot better. So invest in this. I like it a lot, and it has lasted me a long time. I've had this for about 3 months, and I use it every day. So, and there's like still a lot left. Okay, so then I like to use a primer because if I did not use a primer, my foundation likes to sink into my face and then just like come off when I sweat. And I'm not about that life. So what I use is Estee Lauder, the mattifier, because I do have oily skin. Like, even though it's dry, it's very oily. It's almost more oily when it's more dry. I don't know. So I dab that on. And I'm not saying my techniques for putting these on are good at all, because they're not. And I could probably stand to learn some more about makeup, but that's fine. So I just put it right here, all over my face and my eyeballs. Yeah, I could definitely learn a new technique. If you have techniques, please share them with me because I know I'm messing up on a lot. Okay, so got our primer on. I feel better already. It makes my face feel like, whew, so baby smooth. And so then I love Tarte. Tarte is like my best friend, and it took me forever to find a makeup that like matched my skin tone, covered the acne, did what I wanted it to do. And I love Tarte. Tarte, this is Amazonian Clay Full Coverage Foundation. It's 12 hours. Oh my goodness, it's so amazing. Highly recommend. I use the color Fair Beige, so I'm just going to plop some of that on my foundation brush. And I know, I'm sorry if you're cringing, if you're like really good at makeup, like, I'm sorry, I'm just trying to live my life. And my process is different too. I've watched a lot of makeup tutorials in this last month with that like YouTube trend of like, I try this makeup tutorial, you know, and I don't do it right. Like, I do it so different than anybody else does, but it's okay. So you know. Okay. So, and I take, this is gross, and I know it's gross. I just haven't gotten around to like cleaning it. But I take this guy, this beauty blender. Please do not judge me. And I just put it everywhere. Like, I know I'm not doing this right, but I do think it helps my foundation to kind of go in my face. And you know that meme, like, do you know the way, the Uganda knuckles? For real, that sounds just like the clicking. I love memes. Memes are my thing. Okay, so we are done with putting foundation on. This is what it does, just without concealer. This is what it is so far. So I really like it. Like, I think it looks really nice. If I didn't have acne, I wouldn't need concealer. So I love that a lot. So that is what this is. My next step that I do is I do my eyebrows, and I use Benefit's Goof Proof Brow Pencil, and I use it in shade 3. And this is actually almost done. I don't know if you can tell, but it like came out yesterday, and I was like but it's okay. So I'll just have to go buy one. Okay, but these also last like 3 months, and like are just so amazing. It's a good product. And I think it's $24. Like, it's not as expensive as Tarte, but it's so good. Like, you can put on your brows so much faster with this foundation. Okay, so what I like to do is I like to start over here, just get going from the end, you know, beginning and beginning. Which side of your eyebrow is the end, and which side is the beginning? Does anyone know the answer to that question? Okay, but look, what if I just like was walking up into your house just like like, what would you do? Okay, I'm trying to make jokes. Like, I think I'm really funny, but I mean, comment below if you think I'm funny. So then I like to make a little bit of an arch. Let me see. It takes me so much concentration and silence to do my eyebrows to like a degree where I like enjoy how they look. And so then I just use this little brush that I have. I don't remember, I think it was a bit bigger and I've cut it since I bought it, but it's just like a little eyeliner brush, I guess, but I use it for my eyebrows and I've used it for like 2 years, so go big or go home. And I just kind of spread out the product that I put on my eyebrow with this guy. See, it kind of looks better when I spread it out, it looks more natural. But a lot of times I don't get my eyebrows in the first try, and I feel like a lot of people I watch on YouTube are just like, they fast forward stuff and they like say that they did it right like immediately. Like I'm doing a lot of this, like I have to clean it up to feel good about it. I feel pretty good about this one. I like it to look a little bit like it could be natural, so like just like that. So yeah, if I can speed it up, I'm gonna speed this one up. Just bringing it out a little bit and bringing it up a little bit. I always feel like I'm better at this eyebrow than I am the other one. I don't understand. I'm right-handed too. Water bottle. I cannot afford to buy Fiji all the time, so I just like refill it. I try to drink one of these before I finish my makeup. But that's not gonna happen because I'm talking a lot right now. I got water on my chin, oh my god. Okay, so the next step then is eyeshadow. And what I use to put on is my Naked 3 brush that came with the palette. Just because it's such a good brush and it like has stayed so good for like years of me having it. So what I like to do to start is I have this Unique 1 palette, and the color Brassy, I like to put that right here. So I'm gonna do that. You can watch. So I like to put it right here and just kind of spread it out a little bit, make it look a little light on my eye. I think it's a good base for right there. So I put it on the other eye as well. Brassy, it sounds like sassy. Sassy! You know, if there's an eyeshadow named Sassy, I wear it all the time. Just go around like, what's up? What eyeshadow are you wearing? Oh, sassy girlfriend. And then the next palette that I use is Tarte Beyond the Sea. Oh. And what I like to start with right here is this one. I don't know what it's called. You cannot see that. I like to start with this one and blend a little bit with this and then go in with this. So these are the colors I'm going to be using. So Beyond the Sea palette was, I want to say, $36. I want to say that. And it was, I feel like it's a good investment. I love it a lot. I use it every day. It's beautiful colors, and for my skin tone, it's really, it matches my skin tone and it brings out the hazel in my eyes, I think. So I think it just fits me well, and I'm happy someone came out with a palette like this, because a lot of the palettes that you buy have like a lot of dark colors or not enough gold or not enough pink, and that's always been a problem for me because I only ever use gold, pink, and like brownish. I never like do any daring makeup looks just because I like don't look very good with them, or it's just because I've like been using them in high school. In high school I would like do eyeliner out to here. Like, I'm not even playing. You could find those pictures. It was terrible. I looked like I needed to be on the cover of like a Blood on the Dance Floor music video. It was terrible. So the next palette I use is my I'm gonna butcher this name. I think it's Buxom. I can't. It's a palette that you make yourself in Ulta. It is very dirty, I'm sorry. But I have a pink color. I don't remember what shade that is, but luckily I also do use an Urban Decay color, and it's Scratch, and it is pink. So I'm gonna use a mix of those, put on some pink. I feel like pink is such a good color for me. Like, I don't know why it is, but it looks really good. If someone knows a lot about makeup, why does pink look good? So I just put that kind of right here, you know, blend it in, and we'll blend it a little bit more. Woohoo! Okay, and so then I'm going to put on, I'm sorry guys, I can't tell you what this color is because I don't know. This color is, it looks like that. Okay, so I'm gonna put on this color right over where the pink stops. But not like up too high. Like, I don't go up too high, I just go like kind of like this, and it really does blend the pink and the gold together. I don't even know how I found this color, but I'm so blessed that I did, because it blends it so well, and I don't even have to worry about it. So that is what I do, make it look like. And then I'm gonna go back to the Beyond the Sea palette, and I'm going to use this one, which is like a darker color. So I'm gonna put just a little bit on my brush and kind of dust it up here. And I think that I like looks really good on me. I've been doing this like look for like since I've started makeup. Like I started makeup back in 2013, and I always used gold, and then I started to incorporate pink, and then I started to incorporate darker colors, and this is just the look I came up with since then. And I like it, and if you want to give it a try, it might really work well on your face if you're pale as well and have just some bigger eyes than normal. That's like my downfall, and like all of these YouTube videos are like for people with hooded eyes or people with smaller eyes, and I'm like, Help me, I don't know what type of eyes I have. A struggle. So that is what we've got going on so far. And so the next step then for me is concealer. And the concealer that I use is Tarte's Shape Tape. And I love this concealer so much. I know that everyone goes on and on about this concealer, but wow, it's amazing. I love it so much. I use a combination of fair neutral and light sand, if you can see that. And it works really well for me. I like it a lot. So I'm going to start with fair neutral. I don't know if I grabbed the right one. I have like so many Shape Tapes like just lying around because I don't like to throw these away. I like to use them until I can't use them anymore. This is the right one. So I'm starting with fair neutral because I'm so pale down here, and I just scoop it on to cover everything. And I put it down here because when I contour, I like it to kind of blend in with my skin and really look like shadows on my face, or you know. So to hide my double chin, this is kind of where the process starts. So I just scoop it on, and then I put it in streaks down. Okay. So then I'm gonna take my fingers. I know I'm terrible, and just kind of go like this. I know a brush might be more helpful in this, but I've always felt that this gets it blended more concrete, like together for me. So use whatever you want, but I'm using my fingers. So then I got like it on my neck, and then I take the brush. And I think all my brushes are Eco Tools. If I don't tell you what they are, they're Eco Tools. So I just take that brush. It is the concealer brush, and I just plop the Shape Tape into my face. I push it down. So if I have figured out how to fast forward for this video, let's fast forward. So I just okay, whatever. Sometimes in life, you make mistakes, and it's okay. Do not let those mistakes define you. We will not. I would just like to make it clear to anyone watching this that you can overcome your mistakes, and they aren't as big as they seem. So the next step then, after we've all done concealer, it looks so good, is to do mascara. And I do mascara now so that my concealer has time to sit into my face a little bit before I put on any contouring. And for me, I've just found that this method works really well. And I couldn't imagine doing it any other way because I have tried to put on my contour like right after I put on concealer, like a lot of YouTubers do, and it just looks so bad. It just like, I pull it, it's like I'm pulling it off my face, and so I have to give it time to sit into it. So by doing my mascara in the meantime, it does help that. So what I do first is I use this Lancome Stylist Booster XL. I don't know how you say that, but I use this, and I just like to put it on whenever I'm starting with it. Pull up the lashes, and then I have the Monsieur Big from Lancome, and so I dab some product on to the parts that were white from the Stylist Booster. So I put that on the more outer corner of my eye, and then I use Benefit Dermal Mascara, and it's such a nice brush, it's a nice wand, whatever, and it really gets the inner corner, so I take that and the next step is contouring, and this is like my favorite part. I feel like I get to like edit my face in Facetune, but in real life. And I use the Anastasia, however you say that, contour cream kit, and I use every product in here, so I'm not gonna like tell you which one I'll tell you which one I'm using. I can't do a tutorial without telling you. I'm so new to YouTube. I feel like everyone who's watching this is my friend. I know that you guys all are my friends, and so you guys understand me and my scatterbrain, but I feel like I don't have to like tell you what I'm doing, but I do because it's a tutorial. So I'm gonna use the darkest the darkest one on the palette with the lightest one on the palette, and I'm going to mix those and put those under my chin. So I'm also using this brush that is called a skin perfecting brush, and I don't think it's a contour brush at all, but I use it for contouring and it works really well. So I just put it right there. Look. I haven't watched any YouTube videos on how to contour. I was taught by a Sephora employee when I was like 14, but I've just kind of figured out what works for my face. So I just put it here and I drag it to the sides. And I blend this all after I put it on, so I know it looks like kind of weird and liney, streaky, whatever right now, but it won't in the in game. So then I just take the lightest one instead of light and dark, and I put the lightest one over here. And I put it over here. So we now have a jawline, and that is something that I aspire to have, but I like Doritos too much. And so then I take the middle one, and sometimes I mix it with the light one as well, but I'm just gonna take the middle one today, and I put it on my cheeks. My like process for doing this is I go like, and I just put it right there. I don't know what process you have, what technique you have. Tell me in the comments. I would love to learn some new ones, but this is what I do. And I just pull it down to wherever I really feel like it that day. Like, if I'm going to a party, I probably will contour a little bit more. If I'm going to the airport, I will contour a little bit less. Right now I'm going out with my friends, so I'm just contouring a little bit. So, just right in the middle, in that sweet spot. Doing it on the other side. The most annoying thing to me that no one ever talks about is when you're contouring and you like are going across a pimple. And you bring that product off of the pimple and you're like, well, this is what I gotta live with now because my skin's a piece of garbage. Yeah, I butchered that, it's okay. So that's what it looks like, that is what it looks like. One side is always better than the other and it makes me so mad. It's fine, I'm not bitter at all. And so then I just take that middle color and I kind of keep going up a little bit, just a little bit, just a little bit. I cannot stress that enough. Sometimes I put too much on and it looks like I'm a mud sea creature. Like I just have mud all over my face. Like my dad, one time I walked into the living room and he looks at me and he's like, you've got dirt on your face, and we're about to leave to go to a movie. And I was like, no, I do not. And he's like, yes, you do. Like, go wash your face. And I looked in the mirror and I was like, I look hot. Like, what are you talking about? And my dad's like, you have dirt on your face. And it's just like contour. So, life lessons with Bailee. If your dad says you have dirt on your face, you need to contour a little bit less. So then I put it on my forehead. And I have never figured out how to contour on my forehead, where to put it, what to do with it. But I do this, and I think it looks fine. I think it ties it together. Whatever. That's my thing. And so then I have a unique contour brush. It ripped. It like broke in half like a year ago, and I'm so sad. But it's still so good for my nose and like right here, and so I use it still. So I just dab just a little bit of that darkest color onto my brush, and I just gently go into corners of my nose, and I rub it in with my finger, and I just bring the product up all the way, and pull it all the way down, and this really does help my nose look a lot skinnier. I actually just met Tana Mojo just yesterday, no, 2 days ago, and we took pictures together, and I was looking at her nose and my nose, and she has a perfect nose. That girl is insanely beautiful. I love her so much. She's so kind. Because that's the point. I can talk about her all day. She has a tiny nose. She has a perfect nose. And I know it's because she's had surgeries on it, but like a perfect nose. And next to her, with this contour look, my nose looked perfect too. So, you want a plastic surgery perfect nose? Use this technique. Use these colors, because, girl, it helps. And so then, no one does this, and I can like almost guarantee you no makeup guru would tell you to do this. I do it because I think it makes my lips look really good. But don't do it if you like don't feel like it. I put just a little bit of that dark, and I put it right here. And I feel like it helps my lips look good, so whatever, but that's fine if you don't want to, and if anybody else doesn't want to. I've gotten so much flack for doing that. Like, my mom has made fun of me so many times, and I'm like, I think it looks good, but some people don't. So then I put just a little bit of dark under, too. And so now we have done it. It looks amazing. So what I'm going to take is the same brush that I use to, well, I can't find it. I usually use the one that I used to put on my concealer with, but I like kind of chucked it because I was talking and trying to think of what I was going to say next, so can't find it. I'm using my foundation brush. I do use that on my chin, so it works. So I pull down some product and I just kind of blend it in. I'm just learning how to better blend every day. It's a process. So then I blend where it starts up here, a little bit better, and then I take it down on where I did put the product, and I just cover it a little bit. Oh, this is so helpful. I'm just gonna use my iPhone every single time that I'm making a video. But I'm putting on my makeup. What? Bailee can't talk! So then I put it on here. Blend it, blend it, blend it. So that is what I do to cover my underchin. The next step is I put on some highlighter, and it is in the same palette. It's just right here. And I know you're gonna cringe on how I do it, but it's okay. I just use my finger and I dab some product on there. And then I think highlighter helps my oily skin look more oily, so I don't put on too much everywhere like some people do. I just put it on my cheek right here. And I do put on a lot though for that area. So, and this highlighter is so good. Like, genuinely, I love it a lot. Like, I think everyone should have this highlighter in their life because it sticks and it shines and it looks so good. Like when the golden hour comes around every day, ooh, it shines. It's amazing. So I just dab that on in that area. It looks good, I think. And then I have a blush that has highlighter in it. It is Brush Subtle Shimmer. I think it's Lancome, might be Estee Lauder. But I use that. And then I use this old Mary Kay brush that my grandma gave me. And I just put it on here. And this stuff smells so good. It smells like your grandma does. Like honestly, I know I just like correlated this brush with my grandma, so like that is, she's already in my mind, but it does smell like my grandma. Like, oh, it smells so good. My roommate is back, but I'm gonna continue filming this. So I just put on blush, and then I use Parts powder. It comes in this little bag that says "Make Today Beautiful," and that is so cute. I love that so much. I use the color Air Neutral, and it's their creamy powder foundation, which for a lot of girls that is enough. If they just put this on every day, they wouldn't have to put on foundation, they wouldn't have to put on concealer. It's fine. I'm not bitter, but I do. So I put that on my under eye first because I feel like it helps with creases in the long run. That might just be a thing that I think that's not true, but it works for me. And I put it on my forehead and my nose. Yeah, I just couldn't cover the product because, like, some people do powder before they even contour and like blush. And if I did that, it would not blend. Like, I just need to learn better how to blend my makeup if I was gonna do those steps differently. Okay, so that is it for powder. And the next step that I do is I go back in with the Better Than Sex mascara, which I'm gonna have to find again. I go back in with Better Than Sex because I told you about the water problem. It's terrible. So I put this on my under eye and it really locks in anything. Like I've never had smudges under my eye because of this product. I don't know where I'd be without it. There is a product that Urban Decay has that is better than this one, I feel like, for clumps. I don't remember what it's called, but it is better than this for clumps and like just goes on a lot easier. But what I have figured out with that one is sometimes it does smudge. So you're kind of just taking what you get with both of these products. I'm back over with the Benefit pen, Benefit pencil, and I go back over it just to make sure that my powder or foundation didn't white it out at all. And this helps it stay on longer too, I feel like. All of these things could be placebo, so like all of these things I could believe and they're not true at all, but it is what I think, so I'm like, are friends. And then the last step of this whole thing is lipstick, and I always get it all over my lips. You see that? So I take my shirt and I just do it off. I know some people do it differently, probably a lot more cleanly, but I do not. And so the insides of like all of my shirts have makeup on them for me, scooping them off my lips. So what I use for lipstick is, I don't even know who supplies this because I've had it for so long that it's wiped off. I think it's Tarte. The color is exposed, like all of my secrets. So it is a lip stain, and whenever I lose my lip liner, which is all the time, I just use this for lip liner instead, and it does the job really well. The only problem I have with it is I can't wear it by itself because it's so dry. So I put on Pure Color by Estee Lauder. It's the Sunstone Shimmer, and it has like little bits of glitter in it. It's really cute. So I just put that over. Especially when it's really hard to maintain that. So I use this lip balm. It is so small and so inexpensive and lasts forever and makes your lips so soft. So I like using this a lot, and I just put it on here. So I put it on and it looks so good. It's so smooth, and I know I was trying to talk to you and put on lipstick at the same time, so I kind of got it everywhere. So I'll go in with some powder and fix that up, but it makes my lips so soft and like look real big, real big, which they are not. So it works great. So now I'm just gonna go back through with a little bit more powder on areas that I think need it. So just over. I hate this when you finish your makeup and like little pieces of skin like hang off. This is dry skin issues, like for real dry skin issues. So that is the makeup look. It is my everyday look. I do this every single day if I'm like going anywhere. I love it a lot, and I think it brings out like the good parts of my skin and face. Like it highlights my good features, and I just love it a lot, and I'm so happy I can share it with someone who wants to listen to it. And I hope you try this. I hope it works for you if you have pale skin as well. And if you have acne, I hope these products really help you cover it up, because it is so hard finding products that will cover up your acne to a degree that you're comfortable with to go outside, and I understand that. That was my thing, at least. Maybe there's someone out there who also relates with that. it's hard to like be comfortable in your skin when you do struggle with acne. And so I hope that my products, the products I've found to cover that, will help you cover it to the degree you want to. Thank you so much for watching this video. I know my channel is just getting started, and I hope you enjoy the content I am going to make. I don't think all of it's going to be about makeup, but I do get requested a lot and told a lot to make a YouTube tutorial because a lot of people ask about it. So that is what I thought I would do. But I just hope you stay with me as I build this channel up a little bit more and kind of go deeper into what I want to do with this channel and this platform. And I just hope we can learn and grow together. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a beautiful day. Bye, guys. Making an outro is much harder than it looks.